Okay, on this question, they have a part A and a part B. We're supposed to solve a couple of log questions. And so how do we do that? How do we solve a log equation? We basically change from log form to exponential form. So you start with the base, right? I'm going to grab the base and I'm going to swish like that, and that loses the log word. So it becomes x squared equals 9. So notice that whatever is the base of the log continues to be the base in the power expression. So base, and you do the swish like that. You do that swish thing, and that loses the log word. And so now we get the equation x squared equals 9. No more log. Now it's a power equation. How do you solve x squared equals 9? What do? You square root both sides. That cancels that out. And x is, square root of 9 is 3, right? Because the root cancels the 2 power, so it's just x, and the square root of 9 is just 3. So x is 3 on that one. Okay, now let's do over here, let's do part B, same kind of thing. Log base x of 81 is 4. Like so, okay, and then we got to lose the log word by start with the base and do the swish thing, like that. So x to the 4 is 81. So you cross out the log, you lose the log word, you grab the base and do the swish. So notice the base continues to be the base. The base of the log is the base of the exponential, the power statement. So, so there we go. Now, how do we solve that? How do we solve that for x now? Well, we've got to get rid of that 4th power. So what's going to get rid of that 4th power? So this is where things get a little bit tricky. How do you get rid of a 4th power like that? Well, you can do a couple of things. You could guess. You could simply take your calculator and say, I don't know, what number to the 4th power is 81? And you could just guess around and you'd find that it's 3. 3 to the 4th power actually equals 81. So you can find that by guessing. But the more formal way to get rid of that 4th power would be to do the opposite to both sides, which is what? What's the opposite of a 4? It's a 1/4, like that. You could do a 1/4 power to both sides, and that would cancel out. And so we just have x. Okay, now how do you do the other side? How do you do 81 to the 1/4 power? Well, just use your calculator. Just take 81 to the power. Now your power button, depending on your calculator, would be the up arrow or like x to the y, and then this is going to have to be 1 divided by 4. It might need to be put in parentheses. Again, it depends on your calculator. So it's always safe to put it in parentheses. So 81, you might not have to, but it couldn't hurt. 81 to the 1/4 power. If you do all that, you will get the answer 3. You'll get the answer 3. One more way, if you might say, well, it's not enough ways. It's a lot. But another way, really, it's a 4th root. If you're thinking, well, Mr. Aaron, aren't roots the opposite of powers? You're totally right. And you cancel this out. It's the 4th root of 81. That's the same as 81 to the 1/4 power. 4th root and 1/4 power are the same thing. And the 4th root of 81 is 3. Why? Because it asks the question, what times itself 4 times is 81? 3. So however you do it, by guessing, by rooting, by doing the fractional power and hitting the buttons on your calculator, this is probably the way you're going to prefer, is just do the fractional power on both sides. That'll cancel it out. And then just hit the buttons on your calculator. And so you'll get x is 3. And so there we go.